What is up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to get set up and work with vendors as a woodworking business owner. Let's dive in. All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. As always, I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. My name is Zach, if you didn't know, and quick backstory on me. I started in my garage, started my woodworking business, had no idea what I was doing. Basically drained our savings account and had to go back and get a job. As I'm working that job, I'm just keeping the woodworking business alive. And then I start learning business principles. And these business principles changed my life. And I started running ads, I started promoting my product, building a brand, and ultimately scaled that business to over $70,000 per month, okay? So I'm here teaching you how to do the exact same thing. So if you're a woodworking business owner that's trying to grow and you need some business help, I'm here to help you with that. It's what I'm really passionate about and what I love to talk about. So with that, I want to walk you through inside of this video how to get set up with and work with vendors. When it comes to owning a woodworking business, you're going to have a couple different vendor relationships that are really, really important. Okay. One of the big ones is going to be your lumber supplier or multiple lumber suppliers. The next one is going to be, for us, it was like a chair supplier. Like we didn't build our own chairs. Chairs are super laborious and can be super unprofitable. So we would buy chairs unfinished and finish them to match our tables, right? Other vendors are going to be all of your smalls and consumables. So like an abrasives vendor that you can get your sandpaper from, glue, screws, those types of things. You need to have a bunch of vendors in your pocket, but you're gonna have to establish these relationships. You also need to get the best prices and the best terms, right? So how do you do that? One thing that you just need to know, anytime that you're negotiating with somebody and you're trying to get established with somebody, there's a couple pieces of leverage that you have or don't have. And I wish I could change this, but this just kind of is the way that it is. One of the big negotiating factors for vendors is volume. How much stuff are you going to order, right? This really matters to vendors. They want you to buy a bunch of stuff. The more stuff that you buy, typically the better prices you can get on what you buy. Okay, the other thing that they're going to be looking at is what is your history? Do you have a strong credit history of paying vendors, right? So one of the most important things that you can do is just get established paying with somebody consistently, right? So if it's a lumber supplier, you just make sure you pay on time and when you're supposed to, right? But a few things that you need to walk through with vendors. Number one is pricing for what you need. Right, so we need to establish pricing and we need to be comparing vendors. We don't just need to go to the first guy, hey, how much is this? Okay, sounds great, and start buying from them. You need to shop around for pricing because this can dramatically affect your margins and can dramatically affect what you're ultimately able to offer the end client as far as pricing is concerned too. And you're gonna get a lot more buyers for a $2,000 table than you are a $5,000 table, right? It's just the way that it works in general. So you need to be looking at pricing. Pricing really matters. And so one of the best questions also, by the way, that I ask lumber suppliers when I first start talking to them is what is the least expensive hardwood option that you have? Okay, so they're going to tell me what wood that is, and they're going to tell me what that price per board foot is. Typically, you can build your stuff out of that hardwood as long as it stains well, as long as it's not poplar. But as long as it will hold stain well and have a beautiful finish, you can start selling furniture with that least expensive hardwood because it's going to be durable. Hopefully, it doesn't have a lot of wood movement or hold a lot of moisture. For us, that was red oak. Red oak and alder, we decided to build most of everything we did out of red oak, and we were highly successful with that, right? And so, but that's different everywhere around the world, and in different regions, there's different woods and different species that are less expensive or more expensive. But pricing is super important, okay? So pricing. Number two is terms. So what do I mean when I say terms? Terms are when do you have to pay for the materials, okay? So you can get set up where just when you buy something and they deliver it, you pay for it, right? But good vendors will also offer net terms. So net 30, net 60, net 90 terms. What this means is that you don't have to pay for your materials when you get them. You just have to pay 30 days later, right? So just imagine with me for a second, okay? You get an order from a client, then you order materials, but you don't have to pay for the materials. Then you build it, you get all the money from the client, then you can pay the vendor off. How much less stressful would that be? As long as everything goes according to plan, right? So that is what net 30, net 60, or net 90 terms are. The number is the days after the order is placed that the payment is due. That's what it looks like. And you can get established with companies on net 30 terms right out of the gate, even if you have pretty low or small credit history, generally, right? The last two things I want to just give you here, these are things that you need to be revisiting with your vendors every like 6 to 9 months. You need to be coming back around and be asking for updated pricing. You need to be trying to negotiate better terms. You need to be trying to shop their pricing and make sure that you're still getting the best price, because a lot of times, guys, I've seen this happen over and over and over. And this is what happens in the insurance industry is once, somebody will get you in with really low prices and their prices will just start creeping up because they think they got you as a customer. And if you're not shopping prices, you're just getting taken advantage of, right? So it's really important to continually be shopping prices, make sure that you're still getting the best price on all your stuff. And then lastly, if you ever get to the point where you are having some really positive, really great cash flow, you want to start buying more volume, buying in bulk. And if you buy less often, but you buy more in bulk, you can negotiate even further discounts. So let's say, for example, you're buying red oak at $3 a board foot. Well, I might be able to buy 1,000 board feet or 1,500 board feet or 2,000 board feet at $2.60 a board foot, which doesn't sound like that big of a discount, but it's actually like a 20% discount or a 15% discount. I'm just shooting from the hip here real quick. I don't know exactly, but it's a pretty big discount on your total price, right? Which can save you a lot of money in the long run for your business, right? And so with that being said, hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you're trying to get established, you're trying to get set up with vendors, let me know if you have any other tips or tricks or anything in the comment section that might help somebody else that's watching this video as well. If you're trying to grow your woodworking business and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing with your life? Make sure that you subscribe. Last thing I'll leave you is a couple resources for you. Number one is a completely free ebook that I wrote, really outlining my journey from $0 to $70,000 per month and the business principles that really helped me and that can help you too. It's totally free. Check that out in the first link in the description below. Second is the Handmade Hero Academy program. If you're trying to grow and you're just getting started and you need a good foundation, this is a low-cost program that's going to get you in the game and going to help you start getting in front of more clients, closing more deals, and it's going to help you really start getting traction inside of your business. Again, if you sell one high-ticket product, whether it be a piece of custom furniture, a porch swing, or whatever that thing is that you're building, if you sell one of them, it's going to pay for this program. And then lastly is the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. We have around 60 guys in that program right now. And honestly, we're trying to get to where we have a client in every region inside of the entire United States and Canada. That's what we're trying to do. And so there's a lot of open regions that we have even still where we can help you by licensing our photos and videos to you and basically immediately giving you a product catalog of custom furniture, custom tables that instead of you not knowing what to market or what to promote or what to sell, you're immediately marketing and selling proven products that you can build that are not super complex. They're easy, straightforward builds that can get you off to the races, right? That's first. Second thing is we're either going to teach you how to run ads or we're going to run ads for you. And when you start running ads, you're going to see your leads increase by tenfold your first 30 days. On average, a client their very first month gets an additional 40 to 80 to 90 leads their very first month inside of our program. And then lastly is that we are going to coach you. We're going to walk you through how to sell, how to give quotes, how to follow up. We're going to implement all of our automations and systems and strategies into your business so that 30 days in, you have a completely different business, right? So I say this with full confidence. There's nobody else on the planet that is doing it like we are. The amount of support, the amount of brotherhood and camaraderie that we offer, it is something that I'm truly proud of. And I would highly recommend it. If you are really trying to grow your woodworking business, be sure to check that out, okay? That's the third link in the description below. So with that being said, I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.